Blessed be and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be enchanting your resume to help you get a job. But before we do that, hi, I'm Sandra from mysterywitchschool.com. If you're new to the channel and you want to know more about Wicca and witchcraft, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos. And I wanted to let you know that my book, Crafting Your Wiccan Path, is finally published and available on Amazon. You can download it for Kindle, or you can order the paperback. I've got the link to the .com store in the description field below this video. If you are in another country other than the US, then just simply follow the links that Amazon gives you to the store that's associated with your country. It's pretty exciting to have my first book on Wicca out there, so do have a look at it. Let me know what you think of it. And if you've got really great reviews, do put them on Amazon once you've finished reading the book. I'd really appreciate that. It's called Crafting Your Wiccan Path, Connecting to Nature, Spirit and Magic Through the Practices of Witchcraft. So, your resume. A couple of weeks back, I did a spell for helping you find a job. And when we did that process, I asked you to list all of the things that you wanted in a job. And if you're like changing careers, what sort of things you want to include in your job. In this day and age, given the craziness that's in the world at the moment, hysteria that's going on in the world at the moment, and the tyranny that is going on in the world at the moment, I understand that some people may be looking at specific things wanting to add maybe to your list that you may have not thought of adding before. So really think about what sort of job you want, what sort of environment you want to be working in, and what ethics. Do your ethics align with the ethics of the people who you're looking for? Because you may be wanting to look for a job where you have the freedom over your own personal sovereignty, and you don't want a company to be enforcing things on you that you don't want to, that you disagree with and that you feel are a threat to your health and to your own sovereignty. So have a think about that when you're listing the things that you want in a job right now, because there's extra things to think about in the world, and there's a lot of evil in the world right now, and I don't use that term lightly because I believe in the principle of polarity, and I understand you need creation and destruction, and good and evil have their place. But you want to make sure that you are able to navigate your way through life in the way that helps you feel comfortable and feels good and brings the things to you that you want. And a job is one of those things because it's part of your livelihood. So once you've found a job and you've sussed everything out and you feel that, okay, this is the sort of job that I might want or should be good, it's time then to give them your resume. Or if you're more proactive, you might go out giving your resumes out. If you're doing it the old-fashioned way, where you're going to places and wanting to hand your resume out via a paper copy, then certainly do that. I know these days it's mostly done through Cyberland and it's all electronic. When you're doing your magic though, you want to print out a paper copy of your resume. Make sure it's the whole resume. This is just a front page of a very old resume back in 2000 actually, when I was applying for money spinner jobs, as I used to call them. Having an arts background, we always look for jobs that we can sort of do in between projects. So I was looking for customer service jobs at the moment, at that time. So this is an old resume from then. If you can shrink down a multi-paged resume onto one page, certainly do that. Nobody else is going to see this. It's just going to be you. When you've finished the spell, you will want to put this in a safe space and leave it there until you get the job that you want. Now, don't expect the magic to bring you the first job that you send your resume to, or even the first job that you go to an interview for. So just know that the magic will help enhance your chances, but it's not necessarily going to perform absolute miracles straight out of the gate. Okay, we're going to be using coffee. So this is just some coffee that's already ground up. Coffee is for speed, to make things happen fast. I know a lot of people want a job fast if you haven't got a job and you need one, or if you're looking to change jobs, or if you're looking for a job that's more conducive to where you want to be right now, then you may be in a hurry to find a new one. So coffee is always good for that. Cinnamon for prosperity, as well as some passion. So this is lining things up with your passion. Basil is for safety, as well as money and success. We're going to also work with Mercury and Jupiter. So yellow pen for Mercury. Mercury, of course, is the god of communication, writing. Fits your resume perfectly. So your resume is going to be communicating for you. Jupiter for success and expansion. So this gets your resume out there in front of people more. So let's go ahead and do the spell. So here I have laid my resume down in front of me. And what you want to do is prepare for your spell. You want to make sure that you are focused. You've done maybe a little bit of meditation. You've drawn some energy up through the ground, maybe energy also from around you to help energize you so that you've got energy for this spell. And as you quietly prepare for it, just spend some time focusing on where you are at the moment. Where are you right now? How are you feeling right now about what you want? As you focus on where you are now, that will help increase the desire for where you want to be. Then focus on where you want to be. What do you want this resume to do for you? Maybe you can see it being on top of the pile. Maybe you can see it flashing up on a computer in front of somebody. How do you see this getting noticed by someone? If you are doing a cover letter for your resume as well, which you most likely will be doing if you're sending it off, you want to also include that cover letter in with this spell too. So make sure you've printed out your cover letter as well. I forgot to mention that at the beginning. And as you're focusing on the desire of how you want this resume to stand out, just imagine it growing bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until it's the size of the room that you're in. Let it become bigger, 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 bigger and bigger till it expands outside of your home. It expands perhaps maybe out through the entire neighborhood, and it basically just gets bigger and bigger and bigger until it's the size of the universe. So that means basically infinitely huge. And as you do that, you can write anywhere on your resume, Great God Jupiter, bring expansion and good fortune to this spell. Enchant this resume so that I am successful in finding the job that is perfect for me right now. You can say other things, add to that. Still thinking of this resume being huge, absolutely huge, that expansion. And now think of how it's going to communicate. So when somebody sees this, they're going to be drawn to the words. So just imagine somebody being drawn to it. They see it and they're drawn to it. And then say, Great God, Mercury, bring speed and successful communication to this resume. We're going to sprinkle some cinnamon over it. Spice of cinnamon, draw prosperity to me. And as you do that, just see all of the energy of success and prosperity. Just feel into how good it's going to feel when you have the money that you're going to get from this job. Then take the basil. Enchant this resume, basil. Make it positively stand out and impress all who see it. Coffee. Enchant this resume and bring me the employment I seek with great speed and haste. And if you're feeling that emotion now, feel where it is in your body. It's probably in your solar plexus, most likely. If it's something you're very passionate about, you may also find the energy is in the heart chakra as well. And just take that energy and just transfer it. Just imagine breathing it in, and as you're breathing it in, it's going through your body And as you breathe it out, imagine the energy is coming out through the palms of your hand. So on the out breath, breathing, and as you breathe out, just imagine that the energy is coming out the palms of your hands, going through that resume, which is a conduit, it's a link to the job that you want. And feel that energy, the emotion that you've been building, going into that resume and filling the entire universe with that energy. Just imagine at first, if you can't feel energy moving through your body, that's okay. Just imagine what it might feel like to feel energy coming into your body. So breathing in that energy from either your heart chakra or your solar plexus, which is where you're probably feeling the emotion. And then just on the out breath, allowing that energy to travel down your arms out through the palms of your hand. And you can do that for as long as you like, as long as you can concentrate, which probably isn't going to be that long. And then once you're finished, you are done. So you can either clap 3 times, it is done. If you have an altar, leave your resume there to cook for about 24 hours if you can. If you can't leave it on an altar, like if you don't have one, for example, put your resume somewhere safe where nobody is going to touch it. If you need to put it away somewhere, then you can fold it over and maybe put it in a box, a magic box, because you want your resume to basically stay this way until you get the job that you're looking for. If you don't get the first job that you go for, don't think it hasn't worked. If you do get a job and something happens where it maybe falls through, which sometimes happens with these things, just keep the resume where it is. Keep it going until you are secure in the job that you are after. If you like the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to know a little bit more about how to plan your spells so that you are more successful. Download the Spellcaster checklist. The link to that is in the description field below this video. And don't forget about my book, Crafting Your Wiccan Path. The link to that is in the description field below this video too. Blessed be.